Hi everybody, this is Debz Cooper, currently in Nawahia, near Hamilton in the North Island. Well, welcome and thank you for joining me today. Yes, that's my little dog, Ben, remember him from last week? He's just coming from behind. Well done for making the call. Today I'm talking about help me, I've dropped my inspiration. Now, this is not actually me today, but this is for quite a few people who have actually talked to me and said they don't know where they're going, what's going on, and they've turned into a little bit of cray-cray. So I thought this is a perfect timing for people, especially coming back from January in New Zealand and Australia, where we've had a longer holiday. Parents are probably pulling their hair out, kids haven't gone back to school, so there's a bit more crazy going on. Now, I don't know if you remember last week, I had the joy of birds. Today I've got the joy of crickets. So if you can hear that noise, that's just the joy of New Zealand crickets. So if you're on this call, give me a like, give me a love, comment where you're from, so I know that there's people on here, although I do know there's people on there, I don't know who you are. So welcome. So let's just plow right into it. If you've got any questions, you're welcome to throw them out there, and I'll be consciously watching that. So ask the questions throughout, ask the questions at the end, let me know what suits you, let me know if you've got any topics or if I haven't covered anything on here. But let's crack on to dropping your inspiration. So when I talked to a friend about this and I said I was going to be doing this Facebook Live, she said, dropped, isn't it, that you actually lose it? You lose your inspiration. I'm like, no, you can't actually lose it. You've always got it around you. You just may not see it. But you actually drop it. And it's like dropping the ball with certain things. And that's just how I frame it, instead of saying you lose it. Because if you lose something, I found out recently, the nice way of saying is if you lose something, you're actually seeking it. So we're not seeking where our inspiration is. We're actually just looking to pick it up. So that's why I've said I've dropped my inspiration. So let's crack on and look at the questions that I would be asking yourself. So question one is actually, what do you want? What truly do you want when it comes to your inspiration? Is it that you want to be successful? Is it that you want to be inspired? Is it that you want to be energized? Is it that you want to love yourself? Any of these things or more, clearly. What does it actually look like for you? So, you know, maybe successful could mean your status. Maybe it could mean people recognizing you. Maybe it could mean more money in the bank. Maybe it could mean people asking you questions. What does success actually look like? Maybe it could mean that you have enough money that you don't even have to worry about things. So what does actually success look like? What does being inspired look like? What does being energized look like? What does loving yourself? So what does it actually, what do you want? And what? It's my dog behind me, pushing me, literally with his feet, trying to push me out of the way. Guess what, buddy? I'm here. So what does it actually look like? I think someone wants to be more successful than me right now and take over this Facebook Live, which he's not going to do because he growled at me last time, if you remember. So what do you actually want? If you're not clear on what you would like, then you're not going to be able to achieve it because you're actually not clear. Simple as that. When you do this, it will be wise to actually put pen and paper. I find as much as I love putting things on my phone and my notes or typing them, when you do pen and paper, your brain thinks differently from the brain to the hand, and you write it and you can see it and you can cross it out at any time instead of deleting it. Cross it out, start fresh, write it down, and then when you think you've got it right, then write it out neater, if that's how you work. But I just find pen and paper help. So what does it actually look like for you? Then the other thing is be okay with this process and time to do this. Just be okay with whatever's going on in your life right now and give yourself a break, a time pressure break, that it's actually okay that you're in this chaotic state or you've dropped the ball or whatever you would like to label it as. Just be okay with it. So then when you've actually looked at what you want and what does it look like for you, what action steps are required to achieve that? Simple as that. What action steps are required to achieve that? So maybe have to write things down. Maybe you have to put timeframes on, any of these things. What is it actually what you want to do? So what action steps do you think you need to do to achieve whatever it is that you've dropped the ball on, your inspiration or success or energized or love yourself or whatever it is? And then I'm going to reiterate again, be okay with this process and the time it's going to take you to do this, because the more we feel we want to get things done very, very quickly. I was talking to someone yesterday and she was saying, I just want results now. And so do I. I'm definitely, let's get shite happening and let's get going. But sometimes things take time, and you've got to have that patience of just allowing your time to be. So then number 3 is, who can help you? Do you need to get somebody else on board? Is there someone who can help you do this, whatever it is you're going to do? If your inspiration is going to the gym, do you need to get someone else to come with you to go to the gym? Do you need someone to talk to? Do you need an accountability partner? Who is it that you actually need to help you? I'm also a great accountability partner, known as the stiletto kicker. So if you'd like a little gentle stiletto kick, it's not the punch, it's the placement, my mum taught me once. So if you would like a little gentle stiletto kick, let me know. But it's wise to have somebody who you can be accountable to, not just yourself, but who can actually help you in that process. Yet again, be okay with this process and the time frame of getting things done. Ensure that it's on flow with who you are as a person. Number 4 is fear. And when I say fear, the fear will actually creep in without you even knowing it. You'll have little dabbles of the warnings, but the fear will creep in and it'll give you a heck of a fright. And you'll go, whoa, what happened here? I don't want to do this. I remember when I was younger, I tried doing this and it didn't work. I remember my parents did this and it didn't work. I remember my friends did this and it didn't work. So think of those fears, let them into your world, because that's what they're there for. There's no point in just going, yep, away you go. Acknowledge those fears and then decide, how does this serve me by doing this exercise, going to the gym, building my wealth, talking to somebody about something? How does it actually serve you? Of that, what does it want? That's step 1 again for your inspiration. If you don't allow that fear to come in, it's just going to keep crippling and seeping into you. So acknowledge that fear and then go, how does that serve you? Me? How does that serve me if I get this action step done? Then if your fear comes around that you're going to upset other people, family members, colleagues, or anything like that, maybe you're going to resign from your job and you're worried about your boss who you're really good friends with, or your colleague, because that's the only thing that's keeping you there. Think, how does that serve that person for you to go ahead and do this? So it's not only how does it serve you, it's how does it serve others. But don't look at everybody in your life. Only look at those that you think this could affect if you actually go ahead and do this. So, like I said, it could be at work that your work colleagues are the only reason that they're there. Is that how does that serve them? Okay. Yet again, be okay with the process and the time this takes. If you're not okay with it, it's going to throw you out of kilter. Okay, so be okay with this time and process. Number 5, be realistic with your time frames. Like I said earlier, I'm one who just wants action done straight away. So be okay with that. Give yourself realistic time frames. Takes the pressure off you, less pressure for you. And I know if I say to somebody, I'd love you to help me do this, it has to be done by Friday. I don't say to them by Friday, if it has to be done by Friday, I don't say to them Friday, I say Thursday, just in case something happens, because you don't know what's going to happen the next day, just in case something happens. So be okay with that. So ensure that you put realistic time frames in play. I don't know if you can see, you can't see my little dog, I won't do it, he's just nuzzled. There he is there. He's gone away from kicking me. Yes, we can see you. I'll just put him in the little window there. He'll probably like that as he has a little snooze there. So be okay with the realistic time frames that you're going to give yourself, and take that pressure off yourself. Number 6 is simple. I think it's simple. It's actually pick up your inspiration. Pick it up. Once you've done these 5 steps above, pick it up and get moving. Get moving, get moving, get moving. Just know everything's step by step, and it's not a race. What do they say? The turtle and the, I don't even know what is the turtle and the rabbit. The rabbit gets, no, the turtle gets in there in the end. Just know that it's not a race to get there. Just take it step by step, and if it takes you a week to get it done, so be it. If it takes you 3 days to get it done, so be it. Just ensure that you've given yourself those realistic time frames. If you're on pressure with other people, ensure that they're on board. But pick up that inspiration by doing the steps that I've given you and get moving. It's just step by step. Don't put pressure on yourself. The last thing you want to be doing is putting pressure on yourself, because other people put pressure on you as it is. You don't want to be putting more pressure on yourself. So be realistic in what serves you and what you can do and what you can't do. Have it a go. Give it. I've raced through here today. I've given you six. I can hear you Aussies just having a giggle about my accent. 6 action steps to get through and pick up your inspiration. Just know the longer you leave things undone, the harder it is to get things moving. So you can definitely lie on the couch and pull the blanket over your head and hide away from the world. Yep, totally you can do that. But is it actually going to help you? It may help you for a day or 2, but it's actually wise just to keep going, keep going, keep going. So be aware of what they are. Okay, I think I've got. So be aware of what they are. So I've given you the 6 steps. 6 steps. Crack on, give them a go. Let me know how you go. If you've got any questions or anything, let me know. And I'd love you to try it and put some feedback on here and let me know, because I would love to know what shifts in you, what doesn't shift in you, what you get stuck on, because I'm truly here to help. I can't think of anything more inspiring than spending my time helping people do things in their life. So that's me signing off. Thanks for coming, Danny and Jan, for joining, and thanks for letting me know. Morning. Sunshine Coast. Lovely, lovely. Very hot, very hot. Thanks for joining me, people. Keep smiling, take care, and I will see you next week. And if you've got any questions, please let me know. Give me a like to know that you're actually enjoying this. Give me a dislike if you are not enjoying it. And I'll see you next week from Sydney, I think. I'm in Sydney next week. Whoops. And one of my dogs going to come and say hello to me today. Here we go. Oh my gosh, I'm even getting cuddles. All right, thanks very much, people. I will sign off and leave you to it. Thanks very much. Hello, hello. Goodbye, goodbye. Thanks, people. See you later.